You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter. And they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Blake Grupe out and ready to send this away. And here we go from New Orleans. Chooses to bring this one out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Offense up to the line fast. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Sent to the ground by Pete Werner. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
The Saints add a 5th defensive back here. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Working quickly here. From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Fights off the pressure. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
A play fake, now Hurts to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronk. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Hurts now from the gun. On the move, headed right. That's caught for the 1st. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. One of the rare instances there, Brock, where the quick slant doesn't win against zone coverage. You just couldn't hang on to the football.
No, we know this, Kate. In man coverage, it's about that separation, right?
Yeah.
You've got to win and create leverage versus zone. It's all about that anticipation and accuracy. And if you're not on point, that zone defender can break it up.
He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Chase Young bringing him down there. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. This one finds Goddard. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. So some time to maybe reconsider what to do on 4th down. That's the end of the first quarter. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at 4th down, but inside field goal range, so they could get 3 here. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Fourth and 3, drive on the line. On 4th down, Hurts escapes the pocket. He has the catch, but no, he can't get down in bounds. Oh, Brock, it was nearly a touchdown, but they're going to say it's incomplete.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Carr going to open with a pass here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quinion Mitchell. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Well, a somewhat surprising way for us to begin the scoring here, Brock. And what it tells me is we could be in for a pretty wild type of game.
Yeah, I think you like wild, I like wild. Points can come in any variety in football, but you're right. When they start in this kind of fashion with the takeaway for 6, more often than not, stranger things occur.
That one splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Carr trying again after the pick. That's complete to Valdez-Scantling. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Taken in by Shaheed. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Carr here from the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Second and 10, here's Carr. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's gonna be 3rd and long.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Carr throwing on 3rd. Got his target. It's Hill.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Saints with the football. Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9. Throwing again. It's Carr. He connects downfield on 4. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more. From the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it, and I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
Carr now on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to the air, Carr. He's on the move. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Blitz coming, Carr. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. The task gets tougher as they set up on fourth down. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. He's got Shaheed. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. How about 19 yards on fourth down, and the call to go for it pays off considerably.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
They put a receiver in motion right. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Saints earn the chance to tie before halftime. Derek Carr with the touchdown. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. On first down, Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now he looks middle, throwing deep. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to throw it. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're up and running once again. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, Carr buying some time right. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Throwing on first down, it's Carr. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Second and 10 now. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now Carr. This is reeled in by Valdez-Scantling. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He sends this one to the end zone. And they won't do it. So that ball's incomplete on 4th down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's got Smith. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Second and 3 now. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he'll get this down to the 40. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Here's another carry for Barkley. He's got the 1st and more inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles grab the lead on their first series of the half. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Pressure coming for Carr. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Here's Carr. Chased out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Carr to the air now. Forced out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
A little bit of chaos, right? I mean, play breaks down, trying to find a connection and get on the same page, just couldn't do it. I'll tell you this, though, and what I do like is you live to play another down. You don't risk the interception, and you throw it out of bounds.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Carr back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints cut it to 1 late in the third. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Group B to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints tie things up at 14. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20. Drive starts out with a first and 10. A play fake now hurts to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. This one intended for the running back. So it's second down coming up.
That's just a total team effort right there, Kate. Defense was relentless on that play. Some of them chased him from the pocket. The others, well, they took away the easy throwing lane, and it really influenced that incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Hurts now from the gun. This one finds Goddard. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points. They've got first down from the 31. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. Hurts throwing again. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. They go with Barkley here. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. They go to Barkley again. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. He'll throw it. On the move, headed right. This finds Smith. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Eagles in range for a game-winning score. They've got first down from the 31. Pressure coming, it's Hurts. That's into the hands of Barkley. And not much doing, he stopped quickly.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brian, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
He'll look to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles have taken the lead late. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard-fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 13. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. This one's taken in by Hill. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Here he is to throw. And he got there in time. He's taken down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this 3rd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 4th and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Setting up to pass. Put the body on the line for his team. And with 10 seconds left in this game, they're going to burn their final timeout. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Carr now on 1st and 10. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. It's intercepted. That will do it. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles make one final massive play, and that finishes the win. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that interception, Brock, and officially end this game. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from New Orleans.